Reason, brotherhood, and excellence. These are the traits the men who settled the Northern California frontier brought with them. Traits found in the mercantile and hardware store of Edwin Valentine in the mining town of Shasta, California. At that time, Valentine ordered an exceptionally large shipment of grindstones, which led him to stack the stones outside. Being of a convenient height, a number of notable citizens appropriated the stones, which soon became the meeting place where weighty matters were discussed and questions decided of great moment to the state and nation. Later, this ad hoc group became known as the Grindstone Board. In the valley below, Redding continued to grow and prosper with its fertile farmland, recreation, and its early settlers. When the county seat was moved from Shasta to Redding, Grindstone board member and well-respected attorney James Isaacs followed, moving his practice near the Hoff Building, which was used as the Shasta County Courthouse from 1889 to 1890 until the new courthouse was completed. Around this time, John W. Potts and his business partner, known simply as Eberly, opened the Redding Cigar Factory in the new Golden Eagle Hotel building. The proximity of the temporary courthouse was beneficial in drawing in foot traffic of courthouse visitors along Yuba Street. A few short years later, between 1889 and 1893, Eberly sold his interest in the store to Potts. The Redding Cigar Factory was a successful venture that soon became known as the rendezvous point for Redding citizens. It was also known for its hand-rolled cigars, the Smooth Diamond. Around 1900, Potts ushered in the new century, rebranding the cigars as the Grindstone Club. Business and professional men and public officials gathered most evenings in the back of the store where the cigars were rolled to discuss politics and other pressing matters of the day. These gatherings became known as the Grindstone Club, which elected officers and held a banquet each year. To escape the oppressive summer heat, members would move their chairs from the back room, placing them along Yuba Street in front of the Golden Eagle Hotel. One could often find these men engrossed in lively discussions as the occasional horse and buggy passed by. It was said that practically every businessman and professional man and every holder of every public office, newspaper man, mining man, banker, or just plain retired person spent some time in the back room of the Golden Eagle Cigar Store. In 1907, a young 21-year-old entrepreneur, John James Bartosh, purchased a Golden Eagle cigar store from Potts. He had begun working for the former owner as a cigar maker 6 years earlier at the tender age of 14. Bartosh continued operating the store until January 1918, when he sold it to serve in the World War. Peace was declared shortly after his enlistment the following year. Bartosh returned in August 1919 to purchase the store again from its most recent owner, Paul Henderson. With the Great War making cigarettes the popular tobacco product of the day, Bartosh ceased manufacturing his own line of cigars. The final formal meeting of the Grindstone Club appears to have been around 1920. Bartosh counted as his customers and friends judges, bank presidents, and working men. "They were all my people," he once said. "I like them, and I think they like me." He retired and closed the doors of the Golden Eagle Cigar Store for good in 1958. A fire destroyed the Golden Eagle Hotel building in 1962, which housed his shop. In 1968, John Bartosh passed away at the age of 81.
My true love was true.
In 1997, Chet Sunday came across a curious find in Roth Hollenbaugh's shop north of Redding. 2 trade tokens that read Golden Eagle Cigar Store, Redding, and J.W. Potts, Redding, California, respectively. His subsequent research into the origins of the tokens revealed the rich and storied history of the Grindstone. In 2000, Sunday and a coworker began meeting on Friday afternoons for a cigar to wind down from a week of work and to discuss matters of interest. This became known informally as the tradition. A year later, that tradition was referred to as the Grindstone Club. Resurrected 130 years after its original founding, the Grindstone Club was reborn from the pages of history. While its members and location have changed, each member carries on the tradition of its early founders, a brotherhood of peers enjoying some of the finer things in life.
The roots of the tree start with Ed Valentine and a life of simpler times. From wheels made of stone and debates of the day rose forth the infamous grind. The grind, the grind, the grind, the grind. Please pass me that stogie and fire. The grind, the grind, the grind, the grind. Long live the Grand 399. The year of 1889. The RCF sprang to life. A dire depression with meager receipts. John Paso learned to survive. The grind, the grind, the grind, the grind. Please pass me that stogie and fire. The grind, the grind, the grind, the grind. Long live the Grand 399. Animal token by some twist of fate got a man with curious eyes. Bartosh, be proud to see us today. He concur the Havanas are fine. The grind, the grind, the grind, the grind. Please pass me that stogie and fire. The grind, the grind.